Hello everyone, this will be a quickie I think, well quick for me anyway. I believe this is a Hoover Dustette, seems to be the right sort of size and weight. Looked in reasonable condition. I do have a better one than this probably. I've shown on my channel ages ago. This is the last metal bodied Dustette. And I did a video on one. Very good condition, almost new condition. And then I was using it after the video and the suppressor went. And you know what? Not that long ago, a few months ago, I actually opened it up, removed the suppressor. In the modern metal bodied Dustette, the suppressor is not in the handle, which is easy to remove. It's actually inside the motor casing. So I removed it and everything, but I don't know, I've never switched it on. I might do it in this video. I had no confidence that I'd done it properly. So I might have to take it outside and switch it on. The suppressor might go in this one, of course. So we have a cloth bag with Hoover, no roundel, just Hoover written on it. Nice mustard colour. Obviously it's been used, so it's just a shake out. No paper bags for this. You could make, you could put a bag inside, I suppose, to trap some of the muck. I always remember using Dustettes in the past. You'd knock the bag and pff, clouds of dust would come out. Well, I bought this really in case I have messed up my lovely new in the, well, not new in the box, but almost new looking. In case I've messed that up, I thought, well, I'll get this as a spare. It's exactly the same model, and I could harvest it. Right. Right, what's happened here? Something's amiss. Oh dear. That shouldn't turn round. And it's stuck. You don't want to come out, do you? Hey? Blimey O'Reilly. So get my muscles flexing. I might have to break it, I'm not bothered because it's lost the pip. But how on earth can that happen? Oh, I've done it. Oh, it's broken, look. Phew, right. Well, that's going in the bin. I have no idea how that can happen. There's no point trying to repair that. It was, well, broken before we even started. So, can we see the metal fan? I assume it's still metal. It's quite hard to show you the fan. I tried a bright light down there, but there is a metal bladed fan inside. And if you've got long fingers, you might make contact with that metal fan if you're not careful. So, I like the chunky handle of this Dustette. As I said, this is the last metal bodied Dustette before they went all plastic. And I've shown that all plastic model on my channel. It was originally made in Hong Kong and then they did transfer production to the UK. So we've got a little rocker. Nice big strain relief. Yeah, it's rusty. So yeah, I'm glad I've got the other one. Hopefully I can get that out in this video and we'll switch it on. Because I might not need this as a spares machine. I mean, it'll clean up okay, but it's not as good. Oh, well, let's date it anyway. We'll look at the rating sticker. This is Hoover model 2614C, 240 volts, 40 to 60 hertz, 140 watts. It's approved by the British Electrotechnicals Approvals Board. Serial number is 261490701. Trademarks of Hoover Limited, made by Hoover Limited, Great Britain. So it's a 2614 followed by a 9. So, it's definitely not 89. So this will be from 1979. So I was 10 years old when this was manufactured. So yeah, 10 years old. Can't believe it. Right, I'm going to switch on. I'll do it from a distance. Yeah, the paint's going a bit manky on this as well. It's a shame. It happens with Constellations sometimes as well, being metal bodied. And who's going to look after something like this, you know? It's just a silly little old-fashioned metal Hoover, isn't it? Yeah. Right, I've got an all-purpose nozzle. Let's hope it doesn't get stuck in. I hope it's not going to. Right, I'll try and remove it now. Yeah, that's okay. So this is how it would have come. In the box, like that, with a standard all-purpose nozzle. And then, of course, optional toolkit was available. But if you happen to own a Hoover cleaner with the pip fitting from this era, then any Hoover pip nozzle would fit. So, just happened to have grabbed a crevice nozzle from another cleaner, very useful in the car. And also a dusting brush. So it really is a Dustette with a dusting brush. It's a nice little solid cleaner. Trouble is, it's got a shake-out cloth bag, which I'm not keen on. No internal paper bag. It's got the original cable. Looks in okay condition. Normally on things like this the cables are okay, because it's not like it's an upright where you might accidentally run over the cable and damage the outer insulation and have to tape it up with black tape. That was pretty common back in the day. Right, I'm not sure if that's on. I never remember. I'm going to assume that's on. So I'm going to switch it on from a distance to be safe. And then if I can find it, if it still happens to be where I thought it was, I might get that other Dustette out that's in much nicer condition that I took the suppressor out of, and I'll plug it in for the first time, and I'll do it on camera. Ooh, you do smell a bit, but I'm not surprised. I do like the way the bag inflates on this. But it's very lackluster, the suction. I don't know if I've ever done a suction test on a Dustette. I certainly didn't do it on my previous one because I didn't have the suction gauge. Let's watch the bag blow up. Let's hope it's only the bag that blows up. I'm going to give the cloth bag a bit of a clean out. Ah, there we go. It's coming. I don't want to force it. It's too old to be forced. It's got to be gently eased. As things get older, you can't be rough with them. I think it's stuck there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's slightly corroded. Something stuck that. There we are. There we go. Phew. There's a little bit of metal that keeps the bag upright, stops it getting all floppy. It's got a seal on here. I've recently bought a pack of, I think it's a pack of 10 seals, and it said it was for the Hoover Dustette, the listing, but there are multiple uses, the seller said, and I think I can think of other places on old Hoovers I can use this seal. I mean, that seal seems okay anyway. But yes, we've got yucky mess. I've noticed I've already got some dirty marks on this carpet. I only shampooed it 2 days ago. Oh, why don't I put down a rug? When will I ever learn? Right, it's not that bad actually. I don't think cleaning this out is going to improve the suction much. There we are. Hope there's nothing in here. Oh, that's not too bad, is it? Someone else's dirt. Eesh. Right, let's clean that off. That's a bit better. I think this bag would withstand a hand wash because you can see the Hoover lettering actually through the cloth on the other side. So it's probably a dye that's been sort of stamped on, but it's certainly, I don't think that's, it might fade slightly. I might risk it because I do have the other one in lovely condition. I keep mentioning it. If I don't manage to find it in this video, I'll put a link for that cleaner. It's quite an old video. But yeah, it's a bit better. So once you've cleaned the bag out, we need to reinsert whatever that's called, bag support, whatever, bag support ring perhaps. You want to make sure that the support bit is at the top, and then we can just push it on. When I take the bag off again, if I decide to wash it, it should be easier. Right, can't remember, I think it goes this way. Yeah, screw, oh dear, it doesn't want to play ball. There's always something fiddly, isn't there, to do. Once I get it in and start screwing it up, should be fine. I'll do this. I'll do it off camera. I'm sure you've got better things to do with your day. So I'll get that attached, and we'll measure the suction power of this Dustette using my suction gauge. Okie dokie, I've got the bag back on, finally. Is that on? That looks a bit off kilter. That should be okay. Is that locked in place? It doesn't seem to have a nice click. It doesn't click, but it should have a bit of a thud, a thunk. No, it doesn't. Well, it is in position. Right, switch on, don't blow up. Well, don't think it's improved the suction much doing that. Let's have a look. Where's my doodah? It's in my drawer. Well, it was in my drawer. Where is it? Here it is at the back, hiding. Come on. Out you come. Oh, what will the suction be of this Dustette? Well, this plucky little Hoover Dustette managed a massive 14 on the suction gauge. Wow. So 14 for 140 watts. 1 watt per notch on me doodah. Poor little thing. You're not going to win any prizes for suction, are you? But back in the day, I mean the Dustette, the first Dustette, I don't think I've ever shown you. I do have one, model 100, very early model of Dustette, and it ran for many, many years. As I said, this is the last metal bodied, and then we had the plastic bodied. In '84, the plastic bodied one came out, the brown one, and then a grey version came out, which was actually made in Britain, it said on it. But it's a nice little thing. You know, people didn't have these cordless vacuums back in the day. They would have been happy with this. They might have had a Hoover Junior, and perhaps they didn't have the tools, or perhaps father wanted this to clean his car, or it was just a little cleaner for the stairs, you know. Mother couldn't handle her Hoover Senior and decided a little Dustette for the stairs is just the ticket. Amazingly, I've found my Hoover 2614C in the box. It was in the back of my wardrobe. I think I must have left it there, hoping to make another video when I plucked up the courage to switch it on after I had it all apart. So I'm going to do it in this video. It's a bit overcast, so I'm going to switch it on in the living room. The dogs are safely in the kitchen asleep. So yeah, this one, blast from the past. Made in Britain, it says on it. I think this came with the instruction book. I'm not sure. It's probably not in the box. I'm sure I've got the instructions. So let's have a look at it. Yeah, well, it's certainly better than the one I've just shown you. No, it's not perfect. It looked better on the video, I think. Right, let's take it out. We do have the all-purpose nozzle. Yeah, there's no instruction book in there, but I think it did come with the instructions. Oh yeah, it's in much nicer condition. Look, no rust. So this has all been apart. Yeah, the motor's been apart. I don't know if I had to do any soldering. I think I might have had to do some soldering. The suppressor is actually within the casing up, I think. It was far easier when it was in the handle of the older models. Let's have a quick look at the rating sticker for this, because I didn't date my last one. This could be the same age as the one I've just unboxed. Obviously, this is model 2614C. The serial number is 261470900278. So it's 7. So this one is actually from 1977. So yes, this one looks far nicer. Can you tell the difference? A pair of twins, look. Oh, don't get them mixed up, Roger. I don't think I will. I know which is which. Right, come on then. It's time to bite the bullet, Rog. Be a man and plug this in. Success! It hasn't given me an electric shock, and it works, and it's not going to blow up like the one behind me might eventually. It didn't blow up, it just started smelling, I think. There was no big bang. It just started smoking and smelling, the acrid smell that people, well, you'll know what it smells like if it's something you've experienced. But yes. Very nice, fine and dandy. Well, now it's working, eventually. It's been a long time since I've switched that on. Let's put a bit of dirt down and test out this Hoover Dustette. But yes, a lovely little machine. I can now safely use this if I want to. If I want to have a little retro week, I can use this in my cleaning arsenal alongside some other fabulous Hoover retro cleaners without it blowing up. This one, of course, will need surgery, but I've done it with this one. It did work. I don't know why I was so scared to turn it back on, but that's just me. When you don't do something for a long time, you sort of lose the confidence. But obviously I did it correctly because it worked, it didn't give me a shock, and it picked up the mess. So thanks for watching. So for me, Debbie and Dolores, it's goodbye, and I'll see you all very soon for another video.